Hello, everybody. I am just going to do the my Perfect Imperfections tag, which is kind of going around at the moment. Um, so I think you have to pick like three things you don't like about yourself and three things you do like about yourself. So if I had to pick, I mean, picking three things you don't like about yourself is probably really hard and much harder than picking what you like about yourself because we don't like to like anything about ourselves, really, do we? It's like, can't be saying I like my eyes or I like, it sounds really big headed. And then we just tend to kind of generally think we're hideous anyway. So, um, things I don't like about myself, the first thing would be my weight. Um, I have sort of struggled with that for a good while now, I suppose, since I was kind of in my late 20s. Um, Certainly since I got married, I think, you just get this nesting thing takes over and you sit down in the evenings and you make big dinners and you just tend to grind to a halt a little bit for a while. And I certainly did. And shortly after, I mean, I was married in July of 99, and then in December of 2000, I had my first child. So I sort of started reproducing very quickly once I got married. And I used to lose weight. I lost weight really quickly after my first baby, and then I just put it all back on again. I was working full time, doing a lot of driving. I just didn't really have time to think about what was happening. And then I had another baby and another baby, and yeah, so I've just kind of left it and didn't really do much about it. And now I sort of hate it. Um, but I have been losing weight, and I'm sort of trying to lose weight, and I have actually managed to lose a good bit of weight recently, which is great, and I really notice it, and I feel great about that. So I'm resolving to exercise more and try and improve that again. Um, what else do I not like about myself? I don't really like my hair very much. It's kind of boring. It's just long, dark. I don't know. I'm not brave enough to do anything with the color that much. I'll color it obviously, but I don't know. I always wanted wavy hair. It's kind of very flat and very boring, I think. And other people go mad and say, "Oh my God, you've got lovely straight hair," and you're like, "Yeah, it's fine until you have it, and then there's so little you can do really with it when it's kind of mid length. Mine is mid to long. It's not that long and it's not short. It's just so that's the second thing. The third thing I don't like about myself would be my nose, which I think is enormous. It's a family trait. Both my parents would have noses of character, let's say. They're just, prominent, distinctive. And so most of us in the family do have a fairly big, you know, schnoz or whatever you want to call it. So my nose is kind of big. It's kind of, it's a bit pointy. Um, sort of, I can see it everywhere I go. And yeah, so I'm not really that fond of it. And I would really like to swap it for another one, but it's too late now. Um, Things I like. First thing I like about myself, I suppose. I think my generally, I think I've inherited. One thing I have inherited from my parents is they are both very well preserved for their age. Um, they're both very young looking, and I think I'm weathering the storm fairly well. I'm nearly 40 now, and I think my skin is in pretty good condition. I know I've looked after it, but I haven't always looked after it, and I don't get more than probably 5 hours sleep a night. I don't have a particularly healthy lifestyle. Despite all that, my skin is holding up fairly well. I don't have a lot of wrinkles. I have a few fine lines around my eyes, and that's really all. And I've no wrinkles on my forehead or anything like that. So I think I'm aging fairly well. So that's one thing I'm grateful for. The other thing I like, I suppose, my eyes are okay. They're quite big. They are kind of an unusual kind of bluey green color. They look kind of grey on camera, but they're quite green. Um, and they're good for seeing with as well, which is great. And one more thing I like about myself, I suppose, my teeth are fairly straight. They're quite straight, not bad. I've never needed any work done to them or anything. I've got a chip in one of my front teeth which has to be repaired, but they came down nice and straight. I've never had to wear a retainer or anything like that, and so they've always kind of been quite good, and never given me any trouble. So I think that's really all. It's very quick and that, but I said I would do it because I was sort of curious to do it. So yeah, so that's it. I hope this was okay, and mind yourselves. Take care and slowly.